All right, to watch this video for Thursday, July 26th. I'm proud to say even in this summer dull trading, my account is at highs for the year, and we're, like I said, we're in chat, working together as a team, just grinding it higher, finding some decent setups. Found a few really nice ones today. The SPY, really nice pop today. And I go to 5-minute candles. You can see most of that, or not most, but a good chunk of it, happened right at the end on European tariff talks. So the market is very strong, headed up, looks like it's headed up towards all-time highs again. Before I go into what I'm watching for tomorrow, real quick, I want to talk about the lifetime membership. The link is below. It's not on the website, but the link to the special offer is below the lifetime membership. I got an email from someone the other day, and I've showed this in a couple of videos, but it really exemplifies what's great about it, right? When I was learning to trade, I was trying all these different chat rooms, and I remember thinking, God, I'm losing money trading. I don't know what I'm doing. These guys are great traders, and I still keep losing money. And then also every month it was like $200 just to be a member of a chat room, right? And so I told myself, and you're talking back in the year 2000 or something, I told myself, if I ever figure this trading thing out, I'm going to make it where people don't have to do that. I'm going to make kind of a more teamwork community and one-time payment. You won't believe the price. You're a member for life. So people can pop in. Teachers in summer can just pop in. If you're a seasonal worker, if you just have a couple days off a month, that's, while the market is open, it's still worth it. You can pop in and make some money, because I'm not a swing trader. I find ways to make money every day. I'm in cash every night. So anyway, and in chat today, they were talking about the lifetime membership, and I took a screenshot of some comments there, because a lot of people are very appreciative of what they found here, and let's leave it at that for now. All right, let's go into the watch list for tomorrow. HEAR, one of the strongest stocks on the planet until the last couple days. It's fallen, topped out right at 30. It's fallen all the way down to intraday today, hit 25.13. I think it's a good time to start watching for a bounce tomorrow. It might have another red day in it. We'll see. Could have 10 more red days in it, but I won't take it until it gives a low-risk intraday bounce play setup. So I'm going to start watching that one. MTSL, just that one that went crazy back here. And now you've got 4 clean, methodical days right back down into what we call the buy zone between the 8 and the 20 day. So if it's going to bounce, tomorrow might be the day. So I'm going to start watching that for a possible, again, low-risk intraday setup for tomorrow. NBEV, I don't love this one, but it seems to have found support now and maybe trying to turn back up. Certainly looks good over the 200-day, but volume has fallen off to 189,000. And really, it's a lower volume stock. So, it caught my attention the other day, so and that happens a lot. Something catches my attention and then it doesn't give me any kind of a setup, I'll keep it on watch for the next few days to see if volume comes in. All right, so AWX had that huge pop. We had it on watch today. Remember I said in the video that a lot of times, even if it's extended, we might get a low-risk setup. I came back from stepping out of the office to grab a bite, and it looked like this. And over the mic, I said, hey, if this breaks this flag, it kind of topped out right at 350. A lot of time breaks of the half can be powerful, especially because you have two. You always hear me talk about stacked catalysts. You have 2 catalysts above. You have red to green right through the open would be 364. So through the half, you've only got another 14 cents to go red to green, and then just above that, like another 20 cents to break the high of day. And here's what happened. Boom. And then I called. It broke the high of day and just ripped. And then it went into, the lunchtime period. And then after it did this, I said, hey, I like this down here. And I actually want to kind of teach you a little bit of a setup that I trade. So now we had this big spike after kind of the lunchtime period. It came very close to breaking the early high, just like the strongest stock on the planet. It's a low float, low price stock. And then it gets this pop. We never want to chase that. If you didn't find your way in down here on this base break or whatever, or maybe you took it back through 4, what I do is then I say, okay, shorts are probably a little nervous because this had a volume spike. It's been ripping for 2 days, and they're probably on edge here because it came close to the high of day break. So what I want to do is think, how can I get on a pullback? So what I look for in this case, not every case, but in this case, the whole number 4 is right below that buy zone we talk about between the 8 and the 20 period moving average. In this case, on 5-minute candles, I really like that buy zone on strong stocks pulling back to this area on 5-minute candles. So I told everybody in the room this could be a whole number flush coinciding with the buy zone. That's a powerful place to put a bid. Look what happens. goes down, actually touches the 20, the 520, 5-minute candle, 20-period moving average, and then rips to new highs for the day. Didn't really go much higher than that, but this is a much better play bidding down here when you know shorts are probably a little nervous, right? Bidding down here looking for that whole number flush in the buy zone, than trying to take the next high of day break after it's already made a big run. So you take this bid down here and you can sell into this volume as it's breaking the high of day. So there's a small tidbit of a window of an example of something that I like to look for. All right. Anyway, having said all that, it's extremely extended here, but I still want to watch it tomorrow. It's just so freaking strong that we're going to put it back on watch tomorrow. You never know, right? NIHD. Put in an inside day. Had that big breakout yesterday. Today, kind of a quiet inside day. You'll notice it topped out right at the half. I love this through 550 tomorrow, knowing that 560, the recent high, is just above that as another possible catalyst. So we're going to keep our eyes on this one. MDXG. We talked about this one, that it was kind of flagging. I'll take today's candle out of it, that you had this pop and then it was kind of flagging. Well, had a nice day today. Didn't move very much. The high of this candle, 434. Today it hit 437.5. So it might get up into this gap if it breaks kind of above this, I don't know, 5-day trend. Don't love this one, but we're going to watch it. Type that wrong. VRAY, very strong day, but closed well off its highs. Still worth watching maybe for a red to green or something like that tomorrow. And then RWLK goes back and watch. I actually took a trade in this one today. I think I made a couple $100 or something, but it's holding up pretty well. You've got two bottoming tails down here. Remember, this made a move on an intraday basis from 70 cents to $1.35 just 3 or 4 sessions ago. And then so today, and I'll switch to 15-minute candles, kind of give you a better look. It's found nice support between 85 and 95. And it's trying to break out. So if it can take out today's high, which was 98 cents, you might just push through a buck, which could be a whole number inflection point, and maybe get a little bit of a squeeze. Because it had a huge move the other day and seems to have found support. So I look at the daily and I'm not in love with it, but when you switch to 15-minute candles, you can kind of see that it's fairly interesting. That's the extent of my watch list. I'm going to glance at Facebook here after hours. Okay. Facebook and after hours is trading around $200. I had a bid right below this line in after hours. I love this under 193. Looking for it to flush this recent support. I'll have to add on after hours to show you what I'm talking about. And it got down, it flushed 195. Didn't quite get to my bid. I had a bid at 192 something, and which would have been nice. But anyway, nice bounce in progress now. I don't usually fade. I don't usually trade Facebook, but I love earnings plays in after hours when you get an overblown candle down into an area of support. It didn't quite get there for me, but it would have been a nice trade. Anyway, we'll add gap plays in the pre-market to this list that I just gave you, and that'll be plenty to choose from. Remember, I've said this every day this week, it is a low volume summer environment, so cut your position size down and make sure you're only trading A+ setups. Check down below for that special on our lifetime membership. Also a link to all of our free webinars. There's a lot of good free content from a couple traders that are consistently profitable, and that's the kind of traders you want to learn from. And we never call an entry, hey, I'm in XYZ, and then have everybody try to pile in. There's rooms that literally everyone sits and waits for the moderator to tell you what he's in, and then everyone plays, tries to play catch up in musical chairs, and it's just plumb stupid. That's not trading. You want to learn to look for setups and then get your calls before they trigger. And then actually if they trigger, then you can get involved, and you should understand why, right? Never blindly follow anyone. I can't emphasize that enough. And there's also a link to Trade Ideas discount, which is my favorite scanner on the planet. I'm done babbling. We'll see you all tomorrow.